Last year, BYU exploded onto the scene, putting up an 11-1 record, led by their star quarterback, Zach Wilson. This year, they will hope to take the next step, but will have to do it with a brand new quarterback, as Zach Wilson will now be playing on Sundays, going second overall in the 2021 NFL Draft. But how will they do? Let's talk about that. As we enter the month of July, we are now in Prime Preview Magazine season as the college football season quickly approaches. Over the next 2 months, I will be previewing every college football team, all 130, and in this episode, I will be looking at BYU. At first, there were concerns that BYU was not even going to play football last season, let alone an 11-game slate. Most conferences decided to go to a conference-only model to have more control over the schedule during a crazy time period. While Notre Dame was able to join the ACC to save their season, BYU did not have the same opportunity. BYU went from playing 6 Power 5 conference teams to being left out to dry. The athletic director went to work and was able to put together an 11-game schedule, including scheduling Coastal Carolina on a few days' notice. BYU went on to have an amazing season, coming up a few yards short from an undefeated season during the previous mentioned Coastal Carolina game. A game that was up there for the best games of the season. Going to Kalani Sitake's 6th season, there will be a lot of question marks around the team, and they will be replacing 5 NFL draft picks. On offense, BYU will have a new offensive coordinator as former passing game coordinator Aaron Roderick was promoted to OC after Jeff Grimes left for the Baylor job. They will also need to replace Zach Wilson, Dax Milne, and Brady Christensen. On offense, they returned 47% of their production from last season. Quarterback is probably the biggest question mark for this team. Jaron Hall was the main quarterback in the spring and also started against USF in 2019, where he threw for 148 passing yards and rushed for 83 rushing yards before he got hurt. Baylor Romney then came in for the injured Hall and is also competing for the starting job. Along with that, there's Jacob Conover and Soljay Maiva, a part of the battle. Bill Steele projects that Conover will win the starting quarterback job. At running back, BYU will be led by Tyler Algier, who became BYU's first 1,000-yard rusher since Jamal Williams. Tyler Algier and Lopini Katoa should be the strength of the BYU offense this season. At wide receiver, BYU will need to replace Dax Milne, but added Puka Nakua, who played at Washington State, and also added his brother Samson, who played at Utah. They also still have tight end Isaac Rex, who is a freshman All-American, along with Gunnar Romney and Neil Pau'u. Things don't get better when you look at the offensive line because BYU will be replacing 3 important starters. They do return 7 of their starters, but will need to replace a lot of production from last year and will also be playing a tougher schedule. On the defensive side, BYU added Kevin Clune to the defensive staff. Going into the season, they will need to improve their pass rushing going into the season, but will also have a strength at linebacker. On defense, BYU only returned 16% of their overall production from last season. They will be replacing most of their defensive line, with top returners being Tyler Batty and Gabe Summers. At linebacker, BYU will lose Isaiah Kafusi and Kavinga Fanu, but will return 3 starters led by middle linebacker Keenan Pili. The linebacker position is the most experienced unit on the defense. At the defensive back position, BYU loses Zane Anderson, Troy Warner, and Chris Wilcox, but do return Chaz Ayu. According to Phil Steele, BYU will be as experienced as they were in 2020 at defensive back. It looks like BYU will be building towards the future. I'm going to whisper this: a rebuild. With only 3 seniors, 22 juniors, 41 sophomores, and 55 freshmen, according to Phil Steele. But Satake rejects the idea that they will be rebuilding. ESPN projects they will go 7-5. Athlon projects they will go 7-5, finishing as the 51st best team in the nation, and I believe they will go 7-5 as well. The game that could change that is the Arizona State game due to no one knowing what will happen with the NCAA violations. They will have a tough schedule this season, with the 78th ranked schedule playing 7 Power 5 teams: Arizona, Utah, Arizona State, Baylor, Washington State, Virginia, and USC. BYU will be the most interesting team to watch this season as they only returned 31% of their overall production from last year. which is the least amount of production in college football this season. Their quarterback battle should be a fun one to watch going into the season opener in Las Vegas against Arizona. But what do you think? How do you think BYU will do this season? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos in the preview series. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.